In Warframe, we have a staggering 16 different damage types. But have you ever wondered which one is actually the best overall? Next up, rolling in the always good tier, is our lovely Saren with her damage type Toxin, which is easily one of the most powerful and versatile damage types in the game that we have at the moment. Toxin deals bonus damage to Narmer enemies and is neutral against all other factions. But the real strength of Toxin is that it bypasses shields, both in the direct damage of Toxin and its status effect. This status effect is called Poison, and it applies a damage over time tick that starts 1 second after being applied, ticking for every second over the duration of 6 seconds. The damage formula for poison damage looks as follows, where we see our expected culprits for damage scaling, that being the base damage, the toxin damage bonuses, faction damage bonuses, status damage bonuses, and the elusive additional multipliers. Toxin is especially useful in missions against corpus enemies or any enemies that have shields in general, and it's able to scale its damage over time effect insanely high by being uncapped. Just don't forget to add something like status duration to increase the damage even higher. It can also be synergized with expedite effects to instantly condense all toxin damage into a single damage instance, just like with the bleed. Toxin damage procs can also be scaled even harder by using Emerald Archon shards that buff status damage even further. This used to be a separate multiplier, but is now additive to other sources of status damage increase like the Elementalist mods. You can also use the shards for health regen whenever poison deals damage, but with health tanking still being in the gutter as of making this video, I cannot really recommend you using this effect on your shards. Toxin damage also synergizes with arcanes and mods like Primary Blight to increase multi-shot and critical damage, which can be great in min-max builds, and on weapons where you can run both Toxin and Blast as a damage combo, for instance. We also have Archon Continuity, which is able to apply a corrosive status when Warframe abilities deal Toxin damage. This is especially well synergized with any Exalted weapon modded for Toxin, or Warframe ability like Spores on Saren or Citrine's Gem. All in all, Toxin is a very good all-rounder and is almost always useful to have, especially against enemies with massive shields like Corpus. But in any Fissure missions with Orokin, which have some enemies that also have shields, it's still very good as well. Which is, in the end, why I put it in the always good tier.